how to paint a whale scene like this. The supplies you need are watercolors, a pencil, an eraser, and some paintbrushes, and a ruler helps as well, and a Sharpie fine liner. I'm going to start with a horizon line. I'm going to draw it with a ruler, but if you don't have a ruler, you can just do it freehand. So I'm just going to kind of measure. You just want like a small amount at the top, but still enough to draw some boats. Okay, now I'm doing it a lot darker so you can see it, but try and do it as light as you can when you're working with watercolors, because you will see some of the pencil lines. Okay, now we're going to go halfway. And then we're gonna start a little bit over from what you kind of think halfway is, and we're gonna do like a tent. Okay. And then we want to picture that we're gonna do a line from here, and then we're gonna curve slightly to there. So let's draw a line where we want to end. So we're kind of thinking I'm gonna curve, 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 and then I kind of want room for the tail still. So make your tail sort of maybe 2 of your fingers over. Okay, and then you can practice doing that line if you want. But we're going to do a curve, 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 curve. And then we're going to have like a little dorsal, kind of like a triangle, just like that. And then on this side, we want it to be more like a belly. So I'm just going to angle that slightly more out. And we want it to be, so I'm going to put my finger kind of where I want that belly to go. And I'm aiming for there. So ready? We're going to curve, 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 curve. And then we go towards there. And then you can erase and fix as you go along. There we go. Looks great. Okay. Next, we're going to do the flute down here. So we're going to do a line and a line out to the side. And then think about kind of put a dot where you want to aim for. That's in the center. And then you just curve into the center and curve in. So actually, let's do this part. So this part goes like that. So we start here, and then we kind of dip down a little bit, and then we want to aim for there. So you can even use your finger as a guide, kind of where you want to go. All right, and we're going to put the eye where it dips down. You can do like a oval shape with some little lines on top if you want. They kind of have lots of wrinkly lines. Okay, next we're gonna do the flipper. So again, that's kind of just maybe 2 fingers or 3 fingers from the eye. And we're gonna do a line, and then we're gonna go down and up. Okay, and then the other one is behind. So we're gonna start it where the other one is and go down and up. Try and make it sort of a similar thickness. And then you erase this line through here. Now if you're drawing lightly, then it won't be too hard to erase, hopefully. And then you can do all these lines that are there. So you can either do it with pencil now, or you can do it with, and just skip over the fin, and then you aim for that spot. These lines are kind of hard to get straight, but they don't have to be exact. You're kind of doing the curve as you go along. There we go. Great. We'll do one more little one over here. Great, and now you can do whatever you want up top here. You can kind of do land here with like someone fishing, or you can do, I think I'm just gonna do a boat over here. But yeah, use your creativity. Some people did a sun. We could do some birds. I'm gonna do a boat kind of over, I'm trying to think where to put it. So this guy's here. I think I'm gonna put it over here. So then we're using some of this space as well. Kind of make it look like there. Yep, I'm gonna do a mast. And then I'm going to just do a sail. So sailboats have like a jib and then a regular sail. Like that. But you use your creativity to figure out what you want to put up there. I'm going to put some things there. There we go. There we have our drawing. Let's do a few birds too. Why not? That's what I did in the other one. So it's kind of like I'm doing some V's. I'm going to paint the water here. So first, get some water on your brush. That's nice and clean water. And we're just going to fill our background with water, and we're going to be careful going around the whale. So try not to get water on the whale. So just doing the background. And you don't need too much water. It's just going to make, it's called wet on wet. So you're going to have wet paint going on top of the wet water, and then it's easier to for the paint to spread around. Then you don't get those sort of dry brush stroke marks. Okay, so that's all filled with water, and then we're going to wet our brush and dip it on our cloth, and then we're going to get lots of blue on our brush. And we're just, okay, so when you go around the whale again, it's just like tracing. So you just go carefully around the whale. And I'm using a pretty big brush for this. The bigger brushes are easier. I'm kind of making my water look like it's sort of going around the whale. It's harder to go back and forth this way because then you have to keep going around the whale. So you want your colors to be nice and bright. I'm going to add in some purple now, and it's good to have some lines in there. Just make it, because you imagine if there's a big huge whale there, there's going to be lots of movement in the water. Just like so. Okay, now we're going to do some magic. We're going to add some salt to get some cool effects. So I'm using sea salt, but you use what you have. You can use table salt too, and we don't want too much, just a little bit of salt. And that's gonna create these cool effects to make it look like the water's all bubbly. If you have some blue on your whale, you can fix that by using clean water and just adding some water on top of it, like that. And then you can dab it away. See? Just like that. That worked pretty well. I got some clean water, and now I'm going to do some orange up here. I'm going to go right over that sailboat because I can paint over it later. And you really want this section here to be dry before you're doing this. Otherwise, it's going to turn to mud. So I did orange on the bottom. I'm going to do red at the top. And then I'm going to let them sort of meet in the middle. The different colors. There we go. There. So now I'm going to mix a gray. Now this color palette doesn't have white because black and white make gray. So you can make gray by just adding more water to your black. Like that. Or you can make your whale any color you want. You can make it purple, you can make it, yeah, I saw some people do pink. It was amazing, all the different colors. I'll show you with gray. So what you want to do is you want to outline all the way around with like a darker color. And then you're going to come in with clear water after. And then you'll see it will look more round when you've got dark on the outside and then light on the inside. Like that. And then I'm going to come in with some clean water. I'm just going to get those two to go together. You can see how it looks like it's kind of shaded or round. I feel like I need a bit of darker, a bit more dark there. And you can come in with darker with anything. You can come in with purple or... There we go. Okay. Great. And it doesn't have to be totally smooth because they are pretty bumpy. Then you kind of do the same thing with these flippers. Go, beautiful. I'm gonna make my boat purple, or maybe blue would look better. Yeah, I could do blue or purple or make it red, anything you want really. And then I'm just gonna do like super light blue up here. So you do that and then you just fill it in. Same thing. You can also do this with marker later if you want. Add in your own creativity. Great. And then the next step is to outline it all with the black Sharpie fine liner. If you don't want to do that, I'd say that the most important thing is just to outline your eye so that it stands out more, if you don't want to outline the whole thing. And then I think these birds I'm going to do as well with the marker. And there you have it. I'll show you the other one that's completed once it has been outlined. And with the salt, you leave the salt on there until it is totally dry, and then you can just wipe the salt off and you get these cool effects. If you try and take it off too early, then it won't work out as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.